Hello and welcome to the Unlocked Potential podcast. On this week's episode, we have Aislinn Carroll from Hair Rocks. She's going to talk to us about how she started her business. I hope you enjoy. Thanks for coming on, Ash.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So Ash owns a hairdresser's called Hair Rocks. So how did you start that?
Yeah, so I'll bring you way back to the very start before Hair Rocks. So I always knew I wanted to be a hairdresser from a very young age, like from the age of 12, 13. I always just wanted to do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like I was always kind of real arty, you know, and my mum was real arty as well. And I think that creative side, I just knew I wanted to do something like hairdressing. So when I was 15, I was in third year, and my cousin Sinead, she was training she just qualified as a qualified hairdresser, and she had she said they were looking for trainees to start apprenticeship, and I was like, oh my God, it's like I want to do it. She got me the interview, done the interview, and got the job. Now I was still in school at the time, so I just done like Saturday work, so done that for about 6 months. And I absolutely just loved it. I knew straight away that, you know, it was something that I wanted to do. Yeah. So, I did that, and I was like, I don't want to do anything else. Do you know, that way I knew, like, I just loved going in and seeing all the qualified hairdressers, like, doing heads of highlights and cutting hair. And I was like, oh my God, I can't wait till I'm at that stage. So, I got the opportunity then where I was working to go full time and actually start an apprenticeship. Now I was only 15 at the time, and I didn't even do my junior cert. So my mum and dad were like, no, like you can't leave school yet. And I was like, I literally begged them for weeks and weeks. And I think it was me auntie, which was my cousin who worked in the salon as well. My auntie was like to my mum, like, let her, like, she wants to do it. She's after been doing weekend work, she knows what it's like. She's not going to do anything else. Look at Sinead, look how well she's doing. Like, why not? So she kind of twisted my mum's arm basically, and my mum was like, yeah, okay, you can leave school now. And I had to do my junior cert, obviously, but so done my junior cert, went full time in House of Colour. They were well known, it's still well known salon, and they're great for training. So the training is really good, like. So yes, went full time there, and started my training, and that was 2006. So trained there till 2010 is when I qualified. I was 19, and
I feel like that's really good, like being fully qualified at such a young age and starting at a young age, because you're kind of that step ahead. Yeah,
definitely was. Like, that's why I'm so thankful now that my mum, and now she's like, thank God I let you leave school. Like, obviously it's a scary thing at the time. You don't know. Like,
she doesn't want to make a mistake with like our child. She's probably thinking, oh, she hasn't got a clue.
That's it.
I feel like as well, back in the day, like beauty was not looked at as you could do something really good or progress in it or like make a living from it. Like when I wanted to do my nail course, and obviously I didn't work around and had to beg her for a present for Christmas. My dad was like, no, would you give over like doing nails and all, like, you know?
Yeah, where nowadays it's more like they see what the money that can be made in and how successful people are. But yeah, back then definitely it was a big thing to leave school and go into hairdressing, like, do you know, that way. But yeah, she let me in anyway, and I qualified at 19, which was very young, like, to qualify. But like, there was a lot of us, there was a good few of us that did qualify quite young, like, but it was
at your age,
like there would have been like from 19 to 22, it would have been kind of the norm, like, if you get in early, do you know what I mean? In House of Colour, the good thing was kind of training was like, it was 4 years, but it could be quicker, depends on how quick you progress, do you know that way?
Yeah.
So yeah, did that, and I qualified, and then I stayed in House of Colour for, I think it was just under a year when I qualified. So I worked there as a stylist, and I was based in Lucan. So there's a House of Colour in Lucan, but it was just too far to travel. Like, I was,
where were you?
I'm from Donamead, so I was travelling like every day. Like, I was full time there, and it was just an hour and a half. Like I didn't drive or anything. Like
yeah,
it was like
starting in the mornings and all.
It was mental. Like I used to have to get a train into town and then another train over and buses. It was just mad. Sometimes I get lifts. It was too much.
Yeah.
So it was just a time to move on.
Did they not have another, like, say, location that you could have went into?
They did. They have a few, but when I qualified, my manager at the time was opening. It was a brand new house of colour, and it was in Lucan.
Yeah.
And like she wanted me to come with her, so I was like, okay. I took it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was great. I loved it. It was just like it just took its toll of the travelling and everything. I was just like, no, it's too far. Do you know that
Spending
way?
half your time, like.
Yeah, literally. Like probably most days I was getting taxis over, so my whole wages was nearly gone at the end of the week. Do you know what I mean?
And you were fully qualified at the stage where you still apprenticeship wages?
No, I was qualified, but like taxis to Lucan every day.
Yeah,
not every day, but like most days. So it was time to move on. So I got a job in a salon in Clontarf, and I would have been probably 20. Yeah, 20. And that's when I was kind of introduced into hair extensions. So we didn't do hair extensions in House of Colour. It was all just...
Did he still know, would you? You probably don't even know now.
I don't know, I'm not sure.
'Cause I feel like every hairdresser does.
Yeah, probably now. I'm not sure, to be honest. But at the time, we didn't do them. So I didn't know. I knew obviously about them, but I didn't have any like...
There's not... The training isn't really long for that as well, is it? Not.
With hair extensions, it's not an apprenticeship. Like you can obviously just do a course or whatever. But the way I did it, I went to the salon just as a stylist, not thinking about hair extensions or anything, but there was a girl there. There was only 2 of them that did hair extensions in that salon. And I just remember like looking at her doing them, I was like, oh my God, like people were coming in with like hair up to here and going out with her down to there. And I was like, oh my God, I want to learn how to do them. Like I just was fascinated by them. So I remember one day she was just kind of showing us, the girl that was kind of specialised in hair extensions. She kind of roughly kind of showed us how to apply them. Nothing mad, just was showing us in the salon. And at that time now, I had a big Nixer clientele. I used to like be really busy, really busy. When I wasn't, I used to work there full time, but on the side, I'd go home from work and I'd work till like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning doing like
I feel like
hair.
everyone does when they're in beauty, when they're working for someone else.
Yeah. And like I have clients that are with me since I'm 15, like
really?
Still now today. Yeah. So I remember when she briefly showed us how to put them in, whatever. And I remember when I was doing then hair at home, I used to be like, oh yeah, I do hair extensions now. Hadn't a clue how to do it. And had like an idea, but like didn't really have a clue. And then it just kind of clicked on. Like one time a girl asked me to do her extensions, I did them. And then it just was like a ripple effect. I literally just, it went mental. Like I was literally doing loads of clients at home doing extensions. Like I just
you were probably having the younger clientele as well that wanted them.
Yeah,
where salon based are more older, aren't
yeah. Like I did do them in the salon as well, but at home I was like getting really known for doing them. Like, you know, people were getting on to me, you done my friends' extensions, can you do mine? And that's kind of how it grew. So I did that. Done the extensions, and like it just kept growing and growing. So then I had Rocco, my first little boy. He's 11 now. So I had him when I was still working in Clontarf, and I just kind of I had to go part-time then because I was only young. Like I was only 21 then when I had him, and I had me clients on the side. So I was like, I'll just go part-time and do what I can, blah blah. So I did that for a while, and then I got an opportunity to work with Easy Locks. Yeah. So went to work for them. I didn't work there for long. I worked there for about 6 months. But I got properly trained then in hair extensions. I already I was like flying at this stage, but I got properly trained up on them. Do you know that way? Yeah. Sat there for 6 months, and I was just, I was inundated with doing hair at home. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's either like give that up or give me job up.
Yeah, because you can't walk 24/7 forever. Like it was either or. Yeah,
and have a small baby at home as well. You know? I was living with my mum at the time.
So while you had your first child, you were working full time and still doing your next one.
Yeah. Well, when I had him, I worked full time for. Yeah, I did. I worked full time for probably a year, and then because I was getting so busy at home, I went part time in Easy Locks. But then I was like, it's one or the other. Like, it was getting so busy, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go out on my own and do it like properly and just take this risk. Do you know what I mean? It was getting so busy. So I left there, and that's when I first went out on my own. I was just literally walking from like the boot of my car, just going like house to house, and
I feel like hairdressing, when anyone is doing hairdressing, it is mostly house calls.
Yeah,
they don't really. Where like when it comes to like other beauty treatments, like lashes and stuff, people will set up something in their house. Where with hairdressing, it's always house calls that people do, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Like,
I don't. It's probably because you don't have a basin.
Yeah, like,
is that what it
probably
is?
People feel more comfortable going up to their own shower and washing their hair. And it's not ideal. It's not ideal for us. It's not ideal for them. But that's what people do. Like, you know. So I did that for a while, and it was great, but it was very messy. Like that. Like,
I feel like you spend, when you're doing house calls, you spend half your day actually getting to
place to place.
Yeah.
Like,
where if they were coming to you, you'd be probably making more money and not spending all that money on petrol and everything else.
That's exactly it. Like, and it took me a year to realise that. Like,
so you done that for a year then as well?
I done that for a year. I started then. My mum, I don't know why she let me, but she let me kind of bring people to our house, but that literally got out of hand. Like, it was like there was girls like sitting in my mum's kitchen, like it was like a conveyor belt.
Really?
Yeah. So I was like, it was time to kind of get somewhere. You know, that way you get a premises.
Yeah, because with hairdressers and with lashes, it's like you're just doing one client at a time. But I know with hairdressers, you could have a dye or highlights in one, and then doing something on someone else. You've probably had about 3 people on the go there. Yeah. So it is probably a bit more. You can't do it.
Yeah. So like she's sitting there with her packets in while I'm doing her head, and that's why there'll be people waiting around. Like, but So like, and I could be out. Then I'd be doing that at my mum's, and then I'd be going to some houses as well. Like, my partner Stephen, he works nights, and like to be nights, like genuinely, he'd be going to work at like 2-3 in the morning, and I'd be like parking the car, just coming in from down here, like just finishing, like, and he'd be going to work. It was mental. Like, don't ask me who was getting their hair done at 2 in the morning, but like they were.
If you were going away and you needed your hair done.
It was just because I used to go to some houses, and like I'd probably done 5 girls in one house. Do you know what I mean? So they don't mind, because you'd be doing their colour and their extensions.
And they're probably sitting there having a chat in their kitchen, having a cup of tea.
Yeah, like the odd time I'd be
little girls' day out.
Yeah, that's it. So did that. And then it was just time. Like, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it was too much. You know that way. So I knew a girl who had a beauty salon in Santry, and I asked her, would she rent me a room? The room was like literally the size of this room. It was like smaller than this room. It was tiny.
That's there somewhere.
Yeah, that's it. I remember I put a basin in it, and I put 2 dress outs in it. And that was great. Like, to now I had somewhere to come every morning. Yeah. Like, it was
getting out of your house.
Yeah, it was brilliant to have somewhere to go. So I done that for 2 years, and it was great. Like, it was very small now. Like, the salon was tiny. There wasn't like, it was upstairs, so there was not great lighting, and the basin was like my back and all used to be killing me. I actually hired Amy, who was with me now, still with me today. She was my first that came to work with me. She was only about 14, and she was like washing the hair for me. She used to come up after work. I used to just ring her and say, "Are you finished work? Can you come up today? I need a hand." Like, and she used to just come up, and she'd work Saturdays with me. So she done that with me, and done that for 2 years, and then
in the room
Santry, and then it just got out of hand again. It got too busy. So I was online all the time looking at units. I seen a unit in Kilmore, in Coolock. And I was like, I didn't even really think about it. I was just like, I remember just like ringing them and viewing it, and I was like, yeah, I'll take it.
So you didn't even view it?
I did view, no, I did. Right. But when I viewed it, I was just like, yeah, I'll take it. Like,
to be honest, though, like, that's the unit that I'm after getting now. I got so sick of looking for something.
I know.
I'm like finding the perfect location. Is there parking? That's all. Like, where I am now is like, everyone was like, what? Like, I'm from the north side, and I'm after getting somewhere in the south side. But you know what? I'm actually delighted that I picked that where I am. And you know what? I went in and I was like, yeah, just.
You just know.
Yeah. like looking for. I think I was looking for 2 years.
Because
there's like, I don't think there's anything around.
No.
So even like the place you have now, and
I'm
like skipping ahead on your story there.
Yeah.
But,
I'm very impulsive. Like if I get something in my head, like I'd be like, right, I'm doing it. I don't worry too much about something. Like if it doesn't work, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
I'd rather try it, and if it doesn't work, you know.
Yeah, you're kind of hemming and hawing about
I don't like being
like,
what ifs if I never did it, and then what if this, what if that.
Yeah.
So I didn't really like worry about it. I was just like, yeah, I'm gonna do it. I was lucky my brother's a builder, so he was able to kind of give me a dig out, and Stephen and that. So we
So did they do it up for you and stuff?
Yeah, they did do it up. Got it up to it was all right. The way, like it needed to be ripped out. I had to like rip. There was nothing done to it. I think it was a little shop at the time.
What was it before you?
I think it was a news agent. It was known to be a news agent. It was a very famous little news agent.
To be honest, yeah, because I remember your shop.
The one in Kilmore.
I'm from Artane, like, so I remember being around there and stuff. I actually think I did. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what was it before that? And I think it was
a news agent. Yeah. To be honest with you, I was never on that road in my life. I don't think I was in any way. I don't remember before I got that unit.
Yeah, because that's a big. You're from Donaghmede.
Yeah, I didn't know. Obviously, no, it's not.
Yeah.
But I was never on that road. Didn't know anything about it. It was just, I was like, yeah. I was only in Santry. I was only going down the road, like, and
you're kind of going around where your client base is.
Yeah, it wasn't like we had pass and trade. It was all like on social media.
That's the way it is nowadays.
People were traveling from the country, from the south side, from everywhere. So it didn't really matter.
And you're here most of the time is once a month. So if someone has to come up to you
exactly, they don't mind travelling a little bit, you know that way. So went down there, and it was a bit. Now when I did it, like I didn't think much of it when I was taking the keys and getting it done up. But then, like when I had to open it, I was like, right, I have to do this right. This is a proper salon now. It's not like a little room anymore. Like it's
a proper business.
Yeah, like in Santry, I used to come and go as I pleased. This has to be opened. Like
certain hours,
9 to 5 every day.
Yeah.
It's completely different. I have proper overheads now, rates, build, everything. And I was like, I felt like I needed to hire somebody, like another stylist, because the clientele I had to minute, I couldn't do it all on my own. Like, but it was scary because I was like, will I hire someone? Like, what do I do? But
if they have no clients?
Yeah,
and all this,
So I hired Sabrina. She's still with me as well today. So she was my first stylist I ever hired, and I was absolutely shitting. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I was like, I have to have enough money at the end of the week to like pay her,
someone else's
pay
wages.
Me, like, you know what I mean? Like, pay me rent, pay me bills. Like, am I gonna be able to do this? But it just took off. Like, literally, it went from having me and Sabrina, very quickly to having 10 staff members.
Yeah,
literally in a very short time, And like you have to imagine this. I don't know whether you were ever in salon in Killock.
I came in and there was loads in there. And I think he's only done moved probably like about 6 months later. Then.
It was literally like a fishbowl. Like there wasn't a window in it. There was windows, but you couldn't open them. There was a door. Like I don't know how we did it. There was there was 2 basins, but only one of them worked. Like it was. Like we're only top of this.
There was 2 basins, like 2 like
and there was 10 of us. There was like
Stop.
6 dress outs. Like I tried to do everything that salon I could to
fit
like,
as much as you could.
It just like I was knocking down walls. I was putting walls up. It was just mental. Now when we look back, we always laugh in the salon now, saying, "Remember that? Remember this? Remember that happened in the salon?" Like, but it's a great little memory. But I don't know how we did it. Like it got to the stage where like clients would be coming in and we'd be like, can you wait outside for a minute? Like there was nowhere to put anyone because there was so much staff, but there wasn't enough chairs. Like, and there was so many clients as well. Like it was too small. Like, we were just outgrown it basically.
Yeah,
do you know that way?
Good complaint,
but I don't know how we had clients. Like when I look back now, I'm like, how did people come back? Like
yeah, but then they probably didn't really look at it that way. They were getting a good service.
We used to laugh saying, listen, like everybody goes out with beautiful hair and they're all happy, so they don't care. Like, but obviously now it wouldn't be like that. But at the time, it was. We just made it work. Like we did make it work, in fairness, but to an extent. But so I was there for 3 years. I bought my house in Edenmore in 2018, and when I bought my house, I used to drive by Edenmore shops. Do you know where the salon is now?
Yeah, when I went, because I was.
Oh, you're up there,
I went to get
that unit that unit was idle for like I don't know whether it could have been 8 years, 10 years idle. Like nobody was in it. Like,
and was it up for rent? Don't know.
Yeah, it was. I remember driving by it and saying to Stephen, "Oh, I'd love a salon there. Like, I think it's a great location. It looks like a big unit, and where it is, the side of the shop and all, it's just ideal." So I remember inquiring about it, and
so it was up.
Yeah, it was. Was it? Oh no, sorry.
Sometimes
it wasn't up. It wasn't up on like the aftermath, and it was. There was a sign up in Edenmore Shopping Centre saying there was units to rent, but it didn't have what units. So I rang that number.
No wonder it was up to left for how many years.
Yeah, I don't know what the story was, but it probably because when I seen it, like, I rang them up and anyway and was like, "Can I view it?" Whatever, and we viewed it, and it was huge, but it literally, like, the ceilings were falling down. There was leaks.
No wonder that's probably
it was bad. Like, it was just a shell. Like, there was nothing done to it. You know what I mean? Because it was idle for years. I think it was known to be the Beanstalk years ago. It was like a news agent as well. Yeah. And then it was a video shop for a while, and it could have been a bookies, but like it hadn't been occupied in a good few years. So did that.
It would have cost it a lot of money to.
That's why. So when I viewed it, the rent was colossal and all, and I kind of was like, no, like this, I can't do. This was the only time I actually did an impulse for once. I was like, no, I kind of just put it on the back seat and just.
Oh, so the rent was a lot, and you had to put a lot of money into it.
Yeah, it was a big like. To do it was a big job, like, do you know what I mean? And
I was looking at a core and shell place before I took the other place, and the prices that I was getting.
I know.
It was one of the prices I got was 600,000.
Yeah,
I was like, I can buy a house with that.
I know. It's mental, and that's what kind of scared me a bit. And I was like, no, we're grand in Killock, thought we were grand, and then kept driving by it all the time. And I used to always visualize the Hair Rock sign. I used to drive by it. And
manifesting
literally say, like, I knew I was going to open a salon there. I was just like, I don't know, like something was holding
about parking
me
your car and all about to walk in the door.
I was like, I knew I was going to end up opening a salon there, but I was just like, oh, like I just kept backing out of it. But I remember one time in Killock, one day we had a disaster. I can't remember a specific, but the basin leak, the trip, there used to be the trip switch used to go off.
All right, because there were so many things going,
It just wasn't equipped for a salon, you know. The trip switch used to go like literally about 10 times a day. And on this particular day, the basin leaked. I think the trip switch, and to turn the trip switch back on, I used to have to run out of the salon. So all the clients be in the salon with no electricity, run into a house and turn it back. It was mental. So I was just having one of them days. I went home and I was like, see, no, I'm doing it. It's either like lose, like I'm running, my business is going to go down. You're
just going to be so stressed out.
I was so stressed out over it. I was like, what do? I either close this down and like that's it, or else I try, like I go up and, you know what I mean? I get a bigger salon, get me dream salon. And I was like, oh, fuck it, I'm just going to do it. Like, so I viewed it again and I was just like, right, I'm going to do it. And that, it was hard. Like, I put literally everything I had into it. I had to get bank loans out. All my savings, like everything went into it.
I can only imagine, because I was looking for quotes of how much it cost for course and
like, and I think, like, I don't really, now I don't, not that I don't think about it, but like, it was a lot. Like, it was a lot, you know. But like, I did have a dream and I did believe it. And then I was like, I know I have the clients.
It'll pay off.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was starting fully from scratch, because I had me staff, I had me clients, I just didn't have the salon that I needed. Do you know what I mean?
Give you a couple of years and you're going to need something bigger. The same issues are going to be happening there.
No, I hope not. So basically I was just like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the risk, and if I lose out on the money and I lose out on this, what can I do? At least I won't have that driving by every day and someone else opens something there and I will be gutted. So I opened it. So I got a builder in, and I think it took about 2 months. They were really good now. They did it quite fast. We were meant to move in January 2020, and in December 2019, the builder was like, listen, this is going to be ready. Like, this was Christmas week, right?
Yeah.
A week before Christmas, the busiest time of the year.
Yeah.
And I was like, is it ready? Is there going to be electricity? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, right, okay. So I literally said to the girls, listen, girls, we're going down to Edenmore tomorrow. And they're like, what? I was like, yeah, we're packing up, we're going to Edenmore, we're leaving the salon, because it was only a week to Christmas, but I was like, why not get all the clients into the new salon? It's ready to go. Like, we're out the door, like, bursting at the seams up here when this salon is sitting here ready to go.
Especially Christmas week, like,
it
it
would
have been even
yeah, there was
worse,
clients
like.
getting text messages like saying like, your appointment is in the new salon Needmore tomorrow, it's not in Coolock. It was mad, but I'm glad I did it.
But it's not that far anyways, even if
no,
someone
it's
did,
not.
yeah.
It's not. It was grand, like, but yeah. So we moved down Christmas week, which was great. It was, and it kind of, because it was Christmas week,
it was more exciting.
Yeah, it was.
With the Christmas rush, and then you're in a new place, and
yeah. No, it was. I have to say, it was great, but yeah. So got down there, Christmas week, flew. Yeah, everything was going grand, and obviously pandemic hits 3 months later, and I was like, oh fuck, like, I have these bank loans, I have these rent I have to pay.
That's,
I have to let me girls go. Like, same boat everybody was in basically, but got through it as you do, opening up, closing down. You just had to take it, you know what I mean?
And during COVID, did like loans get paused?
No.
Yeah.
Now,
the banks didn't care.
In fairness, now my bank did say that I could put a freeze on it, but they would have put more
interest.
So I was like, no, I'll keep going as long as I can.
Yeah,
and that's what I did.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't, my bank account was going down. Like, but what could I do? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
that's the same with me. I kept looking at my bank account and I was like, I can't make money. What can I?
I know, it's terrible. Yeah, and like what we did, like I started like selling products, like, you know, doing online orders, like selling like hair, because everyone was looking after hair through the pandemic. So I was like, you know, like,
that was like me with like,
you have to do something.
Stick-ons and stick-on lashes, and
you have to do what you can, like, you know. So open back up then, and it's just flying ever since. Like, I've 15 staff members now.
Stop.
And I've a manager now, which is Ashing. She's my friend, one of my best friends, but
does she do any treatments? Just manages the salon?
No, she's a coordinator, so she just coordinates the salon. She's not a hairdresser.
Right.
And like she's like my PA. We're laughing last week. I was booking one of my clients in, and I was like, come on, whatever day, and she's like, no, Ash, you're not in that day. You're getting your lashes done that day, and I was like, oh yeah. She's like,
so she has your calendar and stuff.
Literally, but even down to the salon, like, she's after making everything so much easier for me. You know, that's something that like is big, I think, in business. Like, you can't do everything. I used to think I could do everything myself, and you can't. Like, you learn, like, you know, like that now. It's this year, I think I'm opened from the start to Hair Rocks. I think it's 8 years this year, like, and I'm only starting to learn things like that.
I know. I feel like over the last couple of years I've learned to delegate, because I don't like
you do.
I got like business coaching, and that's what, and I've heard it a lot of other people, and then I was like a real perfectionist. Obviously, it's your business. You want everything done your way, everything perfect, because you feel like someone else is not going to look at it the same, or they'll kind of just do a half-arsed job. But come here, like, that's what that's what I have the 2 girls working for us, and like half the time I'll give them something and they do it grand, they do it perfectly fine, and I'm like, all right, so I can take a step back, and
definitely
fine.
And it's only when you let somebody do that you realise, like, you know, the stress that is taken off you, like, like certain thing, you know, like with social media, that's my baby now. I love doing that. I love putting up posts, putting up reels. Like, maybe down the line I'll trust somebody to do that, but at the minute I actually enjoy, that's something I enjoy doing. Do you know what I mean? I don't work in the salon as much anymore, which is great, because I have obviously a 1.5-year-old as well, so I took
did you take maternity leave and stuff?
Not really, no.
Yeah, that's all.
I did. In fairness, I think I finished up work when I was 8 months, and I went back. I had a section, so obviously the recovery is a little bit longer, and I train me girls, so I train the girls, me trainees every Tuesday. So I went back training them. I used to bring the baby with me, like 4 weeks, 5 weeks old, and I went back and kind of trained them and stuff. So yeah, I didn't take a big gap, but like that's what keeps me going. I don't like sitting at home.
Yeah.
And, like, do you know what I mean?
I feel guilty that
So,
I'm like,
yeah.
I'm not, I could be doing something that'll help my business grow, or
Yeah.
even on holidays. Like, I booked a flight home early there the other day.
No.
I literally was like, no. And then I was like snapping that I didn't actually, because the girls didn't really do much, so I didn't feel like I was missing out on much. So I was like, why did I not actually book a flight home earlier, like 2 days before that?
I know.
I'm like, what?
I know. It's just, it is. And that's, you're always going to feel like that. But yeah, I definitely, like, the biggest thing now with getting Aisling now, like, managing the salon is great. Like, the difference how like the girls don't ring me as much, like, you know, for like silly little things. They just she sorts it out. Like, I don't need to know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like, which is good. But yeah, no, it's
because I feel like even getting the text messages to stress you out. Like, you're just kind of like, you're getting your phone's buzzing. I turn my internet off. It's the best thing ever. And I actually feel like after half an hour turning my internet off, I kind of relax.
Yeah.
Because your phone's like, and you're kind of like, oh, get away.
No, I know. It is.
It doesn't stop.
And then you can't not
switch
answer.
off.
I know. No, I can't. No,
or if you notice a message that is kind of like, it's probably not urgent, but in your head you're like, I have to reply to this now.
I know how you feel. Yeah, even like that, as you say, on holidays, like, I would still, like, well, not as probably as much now, but like with that, like, if the girls had to ring me about something or whatever, like, you're never fully switched off. Do you know what I mean?
You're always panicking, and like I always ring the girls, and I'm like, he's all right.
Yeah,
or
so do I.
Anything
gone
on fire, you're thinking like the worst is going to happen.
Yeah, no, that's exactly. They'd be laughing at me. I'm not as like that. I'm after like changing a little bit, but I used to be ringing him like, he's all right, and I'm like, yeah, grand. All right, nothing wrong. No. Like, right, grand.
You're like expecting something to like
just
happen.
Tell me like what's going on. Like, but no, it's all good now with Aisling. I have to say, like, she's at there really like helping me that way, that I can take a step back. Do you know, that way? From trying to manage and trying to run a business, and like, obviously there's the other side of the hairdressing, like, you know, where you have to, like, you have your bills, your taxes, everything. Do you know what I mean? And like,
you don't do your own finances?
No, I have an accountant.
Yes,
I have an accountant. He does everything for me. I literally just send him on everything, and that's something like, I'm very like creative. I'm not like into all that, so I just think like, just hire like
I don't know how anyone does their own account and runs a business and does their own. I'm like, right.
No, I've too much going on in my life, but that's one less thing I have to worry about.
Because there is some people that do it, but then they don't actually end up doing it properly. Like,
that's it. You're better off just, you pay for what you get, like, you know, get a good accountant and let them worry about that sort of stuff, you know, that way. Yeah,
I'm lucky I have me ma's accountant and then
brilliant.
my stepdad's as well.
Oh, we're very lucky.
So half the time, the other day, I asked them a question, the two of them nearly got into an argument over who was right. I was like, here.
Oh, God.
I'll just walk out.
I'm not getting involved.
Yeah, no, I'm blessed with that, because they know all the, like, you know, the legal stuff that.
Yeah, you don't want to know that. Yeah, I'm the same. I don't want to know about it unless I need to know about it.
Yeah, like, if you have a question, you just probably ring up your accountant and you're like,
I do. He's great. Like, I literally, he's only a phone call away. I can ring him anytime I want. If I have a problem in the salon or I need to know anything, like, he's great that way, I have to say. Like, he's a great accountant.
Yeah, probably something that take him an hour to do probably take you a good like week or two.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know where to start, to be honest. Yeah,
I'd be the same.
Yeah.
So do you do any appointments yourself then, or is it?
Yeah, like work on the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I train the girls on a Tuesday, and then I work 9 to 2 on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Oh dear,
yeah. And then, now that's not every week. Some weeks I might only do 2 days, 2 half, but they're only all half days. And then I work the odd Saturday. I actually like working on a Saturday. Now, I wouldn't work every Saturday, but I like working on a Saturday because the whole buzz of the salon is there. Do you know what I mean? People are going out and
everyone's going out.
Yeah,
getting their hair
it's a good day
done
to work, and everyone's on a buzz because it's the weekend and all.
And would you give out like glasses prosecco? And
yeah,
stuff?
we would, especially if there was anyone in for an occasion, a wedding or anything. But we would still.
I try to do that, and any time like someone I'd ask anyone, they'd be like, I'm driving, and I'm like, I end up giving it one. I'm like, just take it, please. I open the bottle.
Just do it, yeah. No, yeah, we would, like, and then sometimes the girls would, like, giving out bottles, like, giving out glasses of Prosecco, and it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. It's too early.
Yeah, that's it. Everyone does be like, you're like, what?
Just offer tea and coffee till, like, at least 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
But, no, it's, it's good. It's good that I don't have to work full time anymore. Do you know that way? Like that's a big
You're
thing.
able to take that step back now.
Yeah, definitely with the kids and all. Like when I look back now at Rocco, like I was always running out and
you weren't able to actually.
Yeah, I was lucky. Now I lived with my mum at the time, so like, and Stephen's family are great as well. Like
How old were you when you had your?
When I had Rocco, I was 20. I was 21 having Rocco.
No way.
Yeah.
And you have a successful business at 21, you had a baby.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I didn't feel like I need to be like 30 or like 35 or something.
No, but come here, I had the help. Do you know what I mean? I did have the help. And I was lucky Stephen works nights, so it actually works well because like when I had to work full time, he used to collect Rocco from
what
school.
Does he do?
He's a bread distributor, so he has a bread round, so he works nights. So he starts.
Does he still do that? Yeah.
He's doing that like, 15 years I think now. He he starts at like 3 a.m. and finished at 11, 12, sometimes 1 o'clock in the day. So he's literally working all through the night.
Do you never feel like you probably don't see each other as much?
It is. We're just used to it now. But yeah, like that, I'd be
You're going to bed.
I'm gone out of the house before he's even home. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm gone with the kids to the school and then to work. And then, but like that, now that I'm home, he has his sleep. I'm home at 2 o'clock every day now. So that's his time that he gets out of bed. So we've the whole day then together. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So it's good that way, like, and it works well. If I have to do a full day, he's there to collect the kids and mind the kids. So it works out well that he works nights.
Yeah. And then you mentioned you do courses. Then what is it on the Tuesdays?
So I do. I train the girls. I train my own girls in the salon.
Do you ever do courses like outside to say just anybody or
we do hair extension courses. So we do we train all methods of hair extensions like mini links, bonds, tapes, beads, wefts. We do like training courses in the salon, so anyone can kind of do them. You don't have to be a hairdresser. You can just book the course. It's a 1-day course, or else if you're doing if you want to be a hair extension specialist and learn all types of hair extensions, it runs over 2 Sundays.
Yeah.
So, that's going very well.
I've always said that I'd love to, when it comes to hair, all I know is how to straighten my hair, put it in a thick bun or whatever. But when it comes to curling it around, I've bought like 4 curlers now and I don't know what it is. I clearly just don't know how to do it. It just falls out. I'm like, I'd love to if someone just done, my friend is a hairdresser.
Yeah.
And I was like to her, will you please like just do a day course with me like on like how to like do up styles or curling me hair out, and I just feel like it's always just straight.
Yeah, like
nowhere does that.
No, like a lot of my clients actually do ask that, like, do you do like that styling days?
Because most people are like that. Like when I said that to a few people, they're like, oh, that's the same with me. All I know is how to just straighten my hair.
Maybe down the road.
Because I always been like, why do you not do it? Like,
I know.
On straight away. That's what when I say to my friend, she's like, yeah, I'll show you when I do your hair next time. And then you feel like you're pestering them. Do you know what? Where I'm like, I'll actually pay you. Just
show me how to do it.
Yeah.
No, we don't do anything like that at the minute, but you never know. But then it's like, you want people coming to you to get their hair curled,
I
know.
I know. But it'd be like a 1-to-1 makeup lessons, you know?
Yeah, it'd be exactly, but
half the time though, even if I didn't know how to do it, I know it'd be quicker to go somewhere, so I'd probably still
That's it, that's what I mean. But it would be, that's a good idea, so you might give me another idea there.
Have your first student.
Yeah, that's it, But no, we just do the hair extension courses at the minute. So you can like become a fully qualified hair extensionist with the courses, and then we're launching our new hair extension brand, so that's in the process now.
I was just about to ask you what is your next step.
Sorry, I was jumping on. So we're launching that at the minute. That's flying. I did do it a few years ago, and I didn't do it properly. I didn't do enough.
Surely with everything going on and the other salon, you were like, too much stress.
I done it when I was in Killock. I basically rushed into it. I didn't like do enough research. I didn't do enough anything. I just kind of rushed into it, and like I spent a lot of money on it, and I lost out basically. But it was a learning curve. Like I don't regret doing it because I learned this time how to do it properly. Where I didn't take enough, you know, I didn't do enough research basically. And I was left with all this hair that was no use, do you know, that way.
Yeah.
But it was a learning curve. So this time I've done it right, and I've been testing it like a long time. Been trying it on my girls, and we've tested it out going on holidays, and how it reacts to the sun, and how it reacts to certain products, and how long it lasts, everything like that. And well, I'm finally saying I'm very happy with it. Do you know that way?
Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's another kind of step, you know, that you take. But it's always something I wanted to do. Like, but when I did it a few years ago, it kind of just brought, like, I kind of put it on the back burner for a few years. I was too busy as well. I was trying to do everything at the same time. Like, I think now I'm not as busy in the salon. I have more time to do that.
Yeah, that's what they say. When you take a step back, you get more creative. You're thinking of other things. That's what I feel like now.
Sidetracked.
I stopped taking appointments and I just started teaching. I'm kind of thinking of other like things that I could be doing. Or, do you know what I mean? You're spending your time on other things that could probably make you more money in the long run.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? Doing appointments is only going to get you to a certain amount, and now you're bringing out extensions where that could go so much further than you just doing that one appointment.
Yeah, exactly. And we do so many extensions, like
that'd save you so much money as well, having your own extensions.
That's it. That's on my use another brand. Like, I want my own brand. Like, I want to have my own brand.
Then you can have stockists and stuff.
Yeah, that's all in the future. Hopefully, but you have to start somewhere. But it's definitely I'm very happy with it, you know, that way, and all the girls are happy with it. Like that, I always take on board with the girls. I don't always just go by what I think. Like,
everyone has a different.
I've done most of the girls' hairs. They've been all wearing the hair for like over a year. And like that, I'm like, just tell me the truth, like, you know, like
you don't want people just being nice.
Don't be like, it's not, like, tell me the truth, like, but
because you can switch it and get different
I don't care, just tell me, because like it's gonna come out, and anyway, if it's not good, it's, you know, whatever. But we properly tested it this time, and it's amazing. So excited for that. That's another.
Any new salons or second location?
No, not at the minute. Like, where we are, it's great. Like, the salon now, you can actually braid in it. Like, there's 13 dress outs now. We have and then we have the reception area. So we have it. There's 15 of us. But
so there's room if there is.
There's loads of room. Yeah, there's loads of room there. I don't think at the minute anyway. I people do ask me, would you ever open a second Hair Rocks? And I'm like, no. Like, I never say like never, but like at the minute I'm like, no.
Because I think it would do well, you know, because some people that are probably like, if you at the other side of Dublin, like that are probably seeing you on social media, but are like, oh, that's
well, what
getting
I was
that side of
what I was saying to you earlier, like we have clients because we're like social media is our main thing. Yeah. Like, we have like girls that are coming like from like Limerick, Cork, Dubai, the UK, like that come over. Like, I have a few clients that fly over to me. And
oh, really? To get their hair done? They actually book a flight to get their hair done?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, and then like that, I have clients that are like, I don't know whether you've seen the post where I'm going to be working in Ibiza.
I seen that, but I didn't know that's what it was like. You opening. I was looking into that because
because people's like, "Are you opening a salon like me?" I'm like, "Not yet, but
I feel like I kind of, when I was looking at that and I was thinking about that as well. But I was like thinking, is Ibiza just a season thing? Yeah, just you have work for the 3-4 months or whatever, and then after that it's dead. Is that? Are you actually? What way are you doing it over there?
So the whole purpose is, I do a lot of girls' hairs that work in Ibiza. Right, they go over in March and they stay till October. So a lot of their hairs I did in March before they went over. Right. And it was just an idea I had. Like, a lot of the girls were kind of like to me, "Oh, Ash, like, I'm going to have to fly home and get my hair done." And like I had like a lot of them in a space of 3 weeks getting their hair done because they were all flying off to Ibiza. And nearly every single one.
How many would you say you would have had?
Clients.
Like that were going?
Oh God, I have.
Like in that same week you had like...
Yeah, like in the space of 2 or 3 weeks, like I had a lot of girls that were after getting jobs in Ibiza and they were all flying off.
I feel like, do you know what it is? I think it's with the Brexit. That's what my friend was meant to go over.
There's a lot of Irish.
It's just ocean, full of Irish.
Everybody's walking Ocean Beach and Lineker's and all, But I just had a little brainwave because like I'm nearly every single one of them was like, "Ash, like, I'm gonna have to fly home and get my hair done off you, blah blah." And then one of the clients I was talking, I was like, "What if I came to you?" I was like, and came over, and because I'm promoting the hair, I want to promote the hair more. I was like, obviously there's a lot of English over
So you've done your hair as well on these girls as well?
Yeah, they all wearing my hair extensions. So I was like, what if I come over? And they were like, oh my God, would you come over? Because it saves them coming home. Like, do you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, I was kind of like, still like, will I
And you'd be surprised. Some of them would probably be like, oh, do you know, I won't go over. So you're probably still keeping your clients.
Clients, yeah. Like a lot of them now were like, they were like worried about like, oh, I'll have to fly home. Like a lot of them wouldn't get their hair done there. They were like, what'll I do? I'll have to fly home and get my hair done.
You don't know, in a different country, you don't know where to be going.
No, you don't.
Stuff.
It's like, yeah. And then like they're in the heat and like your colour changes, your extension changes in the heat of the sun and all, like, do you know what I mean? So it's a big job, like. So I was just thinking about it, and I got on to one of the girls in Ibiza that I do her hair, and she's a good bit of a following and that, and I was like, would you kind of put the word out there and see if there's more into, because obviously if I'm going over, I'll bring one or two of my girls with me. I'm not just like, I want to do a good few heads, I want to promote my hair, do you know, that way. So she put the word out there. A few of them did actually, because they all live in like workers' accommodation, and they're all in WhatsApp
they all love for someone. That's like someone going over. I was thinking of going over and doing lashes.
Yeah, you should.
To get your,
you should. I'm telling you. Like, it is a seasonal thing, but like it'd be worth your while. Like, and especially you have your own brand as well. Like, don't you? Like, so. Yeah,
because that's what I feel like. There's a lot of people that do lashes over there, but a lot of people think it's with beauty over there. A lot of people think, before they get the job in Ibiza, like, I'm going to do a course and go do lashes. So they'll do a course. A week later, they go over to Ibiza, and they're actually like,
they're not. They're only starting
out. There's no
whatever.
one really. Well, I don't know. Maybe there is, but there's no one really who's like actually really good.
Yeah, we'll get in there.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, I'd probably imagine.
No, you never know. Like, I'm just the type of person that like, I'll try it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Like, do you know,
it's only a flight to Spain.
Exactly. Like, you're getting a holiday out of it as well, a bit of sun. But so basically, I got a lot of interest in it. So I'm going over to Ibiza next week, but I'm going on a family holiday. But then I'm breaking. I have my family holiday for 2 weeks.
Will you do any appointments when you're on?
No, I'm going to stay on after my holiday and go down to Ibiza. Go down to like,
are you going
San
into
Antonio.
So you're going into, say, a salon to do
at
this?
The minute, no. I'm only going over this time to kind of suss it out. I'm going to try find somewhere to work from. But at the minute, when I go over this time, I'm planning to go back over the end of July, start of August. I have a few people booked in then, but my own clients want me to do their hair when I go over this time. So I'm going to do.
And where are you going to do it? Like,
I'm going to do them. It's just their extension stuff. So I'll do their hair out of the apartment, and then I'm going to. But I do want to rent a chair somewhere, so I'm looking into that. I probably will even do that when I go over this time. I have a few places that I have
find
to view.
Somewhere. It's probably not. Did you find any prices for rent and stuff over there?
A few like renting chairs and all. Like, but
they're not. Are they the same prices here?
It's more or less kind of. I don't know, what's it to rent a chair now? Like, it depends, doesn't it? Like, it depends on the location and where you are. Do you know what I mean? But it's still kind of in the process. Nothing is kind of set in stone yet. I just know that I have the clients there who want me over, so I just have to find a way of.
Yeah, I'd say that'd be good.
Base. Yeah, and that's it. And like that, I want to promote the extension, so I'm gonna go over and promote.
I'm going over now to Malaga now with me boyfriend Craig, like, and I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna actually just walk into salons and be like, you looking for supplies? Bring a few products over and leave them in. What, you know?
Yeah, you have to.
We're only going on a chill holiday, so why not? And he wouldn't mind either. So you should do that with the hair.
That's the plan. That's why I want to go over. Like, there's more that I want to do over there. That's why I just want to. This time I'm kind of going over just to suss it out.
Yeah,
and then I'll hopefully then be back over in August, then the end of July, start of August.
And then I feel like Spain, Dubai, all of that is like all salons are, a lot of them are English, Irish based, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
A lot of them.
Like they say, like the best hairdressers in the world are in Ireland. Like, that's
really,
like they do say that. Like, obviously I'm going to say that, but they do. I've heard it before somewhere that like we would be like, you know what I mean, the like if you go to Australia and you say you're an Irish hairdresser, like you'll get a job like that.
Oh really? Yeah. The price, the difference.
Yeah, and just because they know you're trained well, like, do you know that way? Like, the Irish are trained very well in hairdressing.
Yeah.
So it is like, it's good to be an Irish hairdresser going abroad if you want a job abroad. Do you know that way?
Grant, perfect. So as we're coming to the end of the podcast, if anybody is looking to get their hair done or to find you, where can they find you?
They can find us in Hair Rocks Salon in Edenmore, Unit 8 Edenmore. It's just along the shops beside there's a funeral home next door.
Or Garden of Edenmore.
Garden of Edenmore, yeah. You can't miss us. We have a big sign up. So we're in Edenmore. Edenmore's only a small place, so you'll find us.
And what about your social media?
Yeah, our Instagram is hairrocks_salon. And that's where you'll see all our work. And you can book through Instagram as well and get consultations through Instagram as well.
Great, perfect. Yeah. Thanks so much for coming on,
No
Ash.
problem. Thanks for having me.
Thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. If you're looking to reach out, you can find us on Instagram at Unlocked Potential or on our website at demisnailsandbeauty.ie. See you next time.